You're glad to see us. You're glad to see us.
Hello all, welcome back to another Midnight House production. It is time for some GT Sporting. So let's us have a little bit of practice. We're going to be jumping basically straight into this with little to no practice in a car that I've never really driven. So why not put it on, Twitch, because that's fun. Whoa. So I'm driving the NSX around Barcelona. I'm just going to see how that goes. It might go very badly, so we'll find out one way or the other. Here we go. It also helps if I'm ready for the corner and I've managed to turn traction control off before I get there. But this drives so much difference to a rear-wheel drive car. I mean, it's obvious. Obviously, it does. It's mid-engine for starters. I mean, what is it? Mid-engine? I thought it was mid-engine. I could be wrong. One way to find out. Either way, definitely handles a lot different. But hey, this is the challenge with GT Sport and all these different cars. Mastering them all. Or, trying to. All I managed to do at the moment is just get a bit of a slide on. Which is, not what you need in this game. Generally speaking, trying to be smooth on the application of power is what you need to be on this, but not drifting through a corner. But hey, what other people do in their own game is up to them. Not when you're trying to go fast, though. Because if you can drift and be fast, that's just annoying. I'm going to have to turn on this cones again. Never mind, I'll do it in a minute. I'm so used to having the braking cones though, I can never remember where to brake now. Particularly when you're changing in and out of categories and cars and all that. I mean, some are obvious, like this section here. Earlier is better. The time that you see on the right is my Corvette, which I did after about 3 laps or so, but I don't imagine it's going to be particularly fast. Or even hard to beat. I am going to go and switch on those cones because I have no idea where I'm braking in this car. Like, none at all. If I can remember where they are. Got to be in here, surely. Oh, no. Ah, there we go. That's all I want. Quite happy to drive the car as is. I don't need the I don't need the cones on the corners to tell me where the corners are, but just roughly where the brake is quite nice. Then you sort of fine tune it from there. Did I actually go into the... I didn't. Let's get out of here quick and then go into the race. Because I do want to actually do some racing. Sometimes... Damn it! Just missed it by about 2 seconds. Okay, never mind. Let's get some qualifying underway. Gives me a chance to actually get used to the car, I suppose. I was about to say, the best thing you can do is learn the car in a race. I mean, you're definitely going to drop DR points, but what's the worst that's going to happen? You just have to build it back up again. Perspective, the worst thing come to worst sort of deal. get it on. Like Donkey Kong. We've got to the NSX is quite good over that chicane in Barcelona. So that's good to know. Gonna learn it on the way around, I guess. Right, now I've got my marker. I'm gonna focus on trying to be smooth. Doesn't always happen. But, you know, I can dream. I can try putting a good lap. Just doesn't always happen. Why do I always look behind me? I mean, I'm doing qualifying. I know there's nobody there. Is it just a comfort thing? Must be. That was a nice smooth lap. Doesn't feel fast, but probably isn't. Well, that was a lot faster than what I did have, so yeah. I hate to think of how many hundreds, if not thousands, of laps I put in around this course. Across various Formula 1 games, GT Sports, Forza, if they ever had it on there, I probably would have raced it. All those sort of different games across the consoles in years. But that's still only a fraction what average F1 driver would have driven around here. Because obviously back in the day, back in the early 2090s, if not before, this was most teams' sort of go-to test track, particularly for like 2 or 3 weeks during the winter breaks and all that. So God knows how many laps this track has had around it. I don't even mean just virtually, in real life. Well, I've cracked that up. Can really attack those curbs. Alright, ideally I want to get into the 42s. So I want to take off 9/10 from that. It's going to be a big ask. Okay, it's good out of the slow speed corners, the NXX. I can see why it's the sort of car of choice. It's so easy at the limit. I don't feel that the outright speed that other people do, but how easy it is at some points in the course is mad. Bloody beautiful, but mad. Kill the cone. Keeping the cone printing companies? The cone making companies in a job. Cone print. I suppose you can print them with 3D printers. Oh, I am talking bullshit. No change there then. Also accurate. Oh dear. So tempted to put your foot down early in that and just can't. I think there's a large proportion of this track where you just need to be patient. Like, definitely through there. And hopefully not have the back step out and you like that. But it is a controlled slide, but it's just not quick. Damn it. I was hoping that was going to be quicker. I really wasn't paying attention to the sectors that much on that one. I actually can't see what's going on. Hang on. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Let's carry on. Oh, sorry, I just need to keep an eye on the time so I can get into the next race. Come on, make it, make it, make it. Yes. Still slower though. Try and experiment a little bit with some of the lines. See what I can learn. Okay, so that slide through there last time didn't lose me all that much. Interesting to know. Or a slide coming out the last corner is the worst thing I could probably do. It's around to this main straight. I mean, it's, what, a mile long? Kilometre long? Indeedly. Giving it a go, Louis. I haven't done it in a while, so I thought I'd have some fun with it. Well, it seems to be at the top of the thing, and I don't particularly like driving the Audi, so giving it a go, seeing what I can learn. Might venture out into a different car later on in the week, I suppose. Keep losing the rear end. Well, it was either drive the R8 or the NSX, so I chose the NSX. Ah, damn it. There's so much time going, why the... And you always get a track limit penalty. I've never understood that one. I don't know what Pac-Man's playing at. There's no way I'm 2 seconds a lap faster than him. Okay, so being in the top 10, it's 41.5. So I generally try and be within 2 seconds of the top 10. So I need to, ideally, improve by about half a second. That's the plan, anyway. Plan, reality, don't offer meat in this place. Particularly on my channel. Oh, I physically get tense going through turn 3 there. Meant to do that. Completely natural. It's just the rallycross line. Try a little bit with Scandinavian flick going through the tight left-hander there. Oh, wait, this is a smooth game. It's not rally. Oh, my bad. You wouldn't know from some of the dailies, mind you. You really wouldn't. Well, I'm going to find out in the next 15 minutes. Ooh. Okay, changing up early is not the way with this car. Yeah, I heard Paul talking about that the other night. It doesn't surprise me. Race A usually is a destruction derby. Usually the lower end cars where people have a lot of laps but short tracks. For some reason it just brings out punt to pass. I don't know what it is. Just short tracks equals punt to pass. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Good fun. Oh, that felt nice. Wasn't particularly quick, but yeah, it wasn't particularly quick at all. Saying it was the best sector I've done for a while. Just sector 1 and 2 is letting me down at the moment, particularly sector 2. Okay, let's exit out and go into the actual race so I can actually do qualifying within the race trim. I thought about racing the Corvette, but I thought even I'm not silly enough to use that car around there. I mean, I did a time trial in it, but that's besides the point. I always do a time trial in the Corvette. Do you want to see where it is? Come on, GT Sport, load up. Let's get it on. Like Donkey Kong. Can you actually hear the audio from the game? Just notice you might not be able to. No, you can't. They've just been listening to me talk. Ah! My bad. I may have forgotten which cable it was. Hopefully that fixes it. There you go. So I've been playing the Xbox a lot recently and I forget. Because of the way PlayStation works, you need to use an Elgato capture cable. Because when you plug in your headset for GT Sport, and the PlayStation in general, it disables the HDMI output audio. So you can't capture it directly from the cable. So you have to use an Elgato capture cable. And I forget about that. Hello Abe, how's it going, dude? Heart, see you too, mate. Make the girls very happy. And that's a good thing to say. Oh. Although I just drove myself wide, so that's not the best thing to say about my driving. How you doing tonight, Mr. Accident Prone? How's things going? Not lapping with the kids asleep tonight then? Lapping sideways. cannot put a lap together in this thing today. Some might argue I can't put a lap together any time, which would also be accurate. This is true. Come on, NSX, push it, push it. That was not the quick way around that corner. Do not flick it down to first. That is much more like it. Wasn't a great sector 3, but I think I got away with it. One thousandth of a second. Just need a nap. Okay, I'm gonna have to get you a command. Do you know what? I'll write it down. Where's the pen? No, I'll make a note on my phone because that way I remember it. Nap. I like it. I'm still working all these commands out. They are there. If you type in the bar, exclamation point friends, I think some of my closer Twitchers, followers, you get the idea, including yourself, Abe. It should give links to all of you guys. Sending myself a message saying nap. Oh dear. Okay. Right, in 3 more laps. Let's improve on that. I can't go 1,000th slower. That's just not fair. I've got time on the table, as you can see, because I was slower in Sector 2 again. Oh, that's where I lost all the time. Whew. Damn it, I broke way too early. Oh, I've lost all the time I made up. God damn it, me. After a good first and second sector, I fluffed up the final sector. It's always about right. Anyway, hearts to you, Abe. Absolute hearts to you, mate. Okay, this lap is balls, so let's go back to see if we can squeeze in another 2 laps. Should be able to just about do it. Seems to be a bit easier through the 3rd sector. Oof. And yet again, it's be stuffing out the 3rd and final sector. So suddenly the back of the car in the final sector just isn't there. Every time. I only wish that counter in the middle of the screen showed the gap to your best time, not your last time. That would be the one single improvement I make right now into this. I think the whole head-up display could use a little bit of customization ability, but you know, some people wouldn't change it. I get them. But I definitely would have it a bit more customizable. I'm feeling a little bit happier with my quality time. I now know it's not slow, because if it was, I'd be braking it every single lap, but I'm not. At least I know I can do 44s hands down every lap. Can anyone actually tell me if this car is mid-engine or front-engine? It's the only thing I don't know. I presume it's mid-engine, being a group. I'm saying that Corvette is front-engined. I don't know. So, okay, I'm starting 10th, so that's actually not too bad. So it looks like a good time is in the low 43s. Mid to low 43s. Okay, I can do that. Eventually. Exclamation point nap. Isn't that right, Abe? Come on, just don't chuck me out of the game now. Don't you dare game, because I could see that coming a mile off if it thinks about doing it. I mean, that would just be the absolute piss take, wouldn't it? Smiles, dude. Smiles. Okay, we got another streamer in a Cannabis? Sure. Either way, I'm going to go with the medium tyre to start with. It is you have to use both sets of tyres, times 2 fuel, times 8 tyre. So it's 10 laps. We're not going to need to refuel, but we are going to need to change tyres. I'm going to aim for an even split, a 5 and a 5 to begin with. And see how that works out on my first race. Okay, someone's dropped out, so I'm up to 9th. That's something. Yeah, got a couple of fast Brits in here too. Gary Farmer 13. And Marvel Maniac at the back hasn't set any time at all, so it could be a last to first challenge. Alright, everyone's revving the shit out of the car, so I presume it is not a fuel limited race. Not all Group 3 are... oh, some are Group 3. The R8 is mid-engine. I'm pretty sure the R8 is mid-engine. I was not sure about the NSX. Part of me thinks it is mid-engine, but I can't validate it one way or the other. Right, we're starting on a medium tyre, so I'm not going to be very quick to begin with, but as always, aiming for a faster second stint. What I'm going to try and do is not get under the rear wing of anyone. I hate racing under people's rear wings. You just never know when you can brake, when they're going to brake. Oh, we got a spinner. Awesome for me. Not so awesome for them. Okay, what's the fuel doing? That's fine. Don't need to worry about that again for the rest of the race. Jeez, he braked early. I said I was going to do my best to stay out of the rear wing of someone, and all I've done so far is beat up someone's butt. Okay, another couple of places. Thank you very much. Whew. Okay, I presume all the guys around me are on the same strategy as me, because no one's going ridiculously faster. Either way, this is quite tense, this one. Hella enjoying it, though. It's even the smile. Okay, so the medium tyres are going to go a long way in this race, I think. Just makes you wonder when they're going to die in this corner, though. Or at least the soft tyres. You should... It's a word for you, and it's called prick. So that's ruined the strategy in the race. So. There's always got to be one, hasn't there? I'm somewhat surprised that the rear tyres are going off before the fronts. So I'm going to crank the brake bars towards the front a bit more, which is what I like for a race car anyway. And I'm going to pit for softs this lap. There's such a thing as being too aggressive, dude. At this point, I really wish we had DRS and we could shooting down the side of someone. Or they could just do it to themselves. I saw that penalty coming for him. Right, we're going to shoot into the pit lane on this one. Right, definitely not refueling. I had the number 2 card in this one. That's not happening. Okay, the one thing I'm going to be sure of is undercutting the guys in front of me. So that's something. So that lost me like 20 seconds that bit, so that's mad. So anywho, for all that's new here on the channel, welcome to the channel. Lovely to have you all here. If anyone is returning, extra special welcome back. That includes you, Abe, and Louis. Okay, so the guy up front was on the mediums too. Okay, only one of them was. I just like to keep an eye on what they're all doing, so I can learn the strategy for the next race. They're obviously doing it in an even split, so... Ziggy's somewhere. Hello, Ziggy. You wonderful person. How was your race tonight, mate? I will catch the replay later on. So don't tell me where you came. Did you enjoy it? GT Sport craziness, Louis. Nice one, mate. GT Sport craziness is also a very accurate term for what happens in this shit. I've already been driven off the road once. Nice one, Ziggy. I did tell Paul to watch out for your gardening moments. I'm just saying, mate. I'm only teasing as well. When did he get there? Oh, come on. How was that? Track limits. Bastard game. I'll let him go if anyone wondering. Might as well add since I got a penalty. Just sit in his slipstream. You might be surprised in the gardening thing this race. Okay, that sounds ominous. Means you either did it or you're saying you did do it or you just didn't do it. So I'll see. You're saying something, but I'm not sure what yet. But yeah, you enjoying being with the Sim Racing crew then? Actually, that goes for the pair of you, really. Louis and Ziggy and Paul, if he's there, actually. No, I'm going to wait and watch it, mate. I'm not jealous that you're in the Corvette race and I'm not. Not jealous at all. I think I'm actually in the right category being for the Porsche. Having the endurance race there. I actually really like the handling of that Porsche too. You might see me racing it a bit more often. So one thing I'm surprised on in this NSX is it's so sedate, it's so relaxed, it's just... I'm not trying at all, and it's going round at a decent speed. I don't feel like I can go much faster than that. I mean, that Supra feels like it's on its edge when you're going slowly. This one feels like it's on its edge when you're going fast. Until you put a wheel on the gravel like that guy did. Then it all goes wrong. Ziggy crashed 72 times and got 63 penalties. Crazy bastard that he is. I agree, you crazy bastard, Ziggy. So what they're saying is you're definitely invited back for Destruction Derby. Oh, that left tyre is beginning to give up the ghost. Rocket League. And heart goes out to you too, eh? And Flappy Laps if you're there. Hey, I've just seen you. That was good timing. We miss you too, Flappy. You're not going to get any singing here, mate, but you will get good feeling and good sentiment and the odd vibe. A little bit more calmer with other girls. Sing. No, I'm not a singer. If I sing, it's because I've had half a bottle of vodka, and I haven't tonight. I'm stone cold sober. And then I'll play that funky music, White Boy. All right. Deal? Oh, we've got a spinner. We do. Spaniard. Did he just try and... He did just try and take me out. What a prick. Oh, don't give me a penalty for that. Yep. It did. What a shit. Well, I'm glad I didn't lose another place to the Irishman just behind, because that would have sucked. Feeling good with pancakes. Vodka song sometime maybe. Yes, vodka song sometime maybe with Play That Funky Music White Boy. Okay? Happy flaps. Oh, Abe, what are you cooking, mate? Can you make me some? Can I have a bacon sandwich, please? I'm asking nicely. Ziggy, we did the same thing. Pancakes. That's before I read the Homer bit. Good times. So, who was the bastard that took me out? Him. Yeah, sod it. So I ended up 9th, considering I dropped down to about 14th during that and come back. That wasn't too bad. I should have had 6th or 5th there. But again, if it wasn't for that ass bandit at the bottom down there, I would have. So, to him. Right, let's do that again. How long have I got before the next race? 4 minutes. Time to set 2 fast laps, I hope. And Zion Nisi, if you're out there, can you do a livery for me for this car? Please. Or if anyone wants to do one. And Nelinsky, thank you for the cheer. Oh, that was earlier. Never mind. Ha, but no. Oh, well, do you know what I'm going to say anyway? Nelinsky, thank you for the cheer. Even though it was on the last stream. I'm reading the wrong thing. Louis. You can't say that here. I can think it very loud. Fair, you can say what you want here, mate. It's alright. So I wasn't feeling the tyre wear in that one at all. Well, I say at all. Hello, Bert. So yeah, I wasn't particularly feeling the tyre wear, but I know I was going slower, but it wasn't a massive problem. So I could see someone easily doing, say, 6 laps on the softs on this. True, you can say it, I can't. That is a very valid point. And yes, Bert, race C. I've got a race in the Porsche coming up for this, either this weekend or next weekend for the league. So I thought, yeah, let's get some laps in on it. Preferably not on the grass, dill hole. Sunday, it's this Sunday or next Sunday. What's the date today? 20 something? Because I think it's the 27th it's on. Yeah, it's this weekend. You love the Spanish. By the Spanish, you mean the single ladies that are over there. Alright, Abe, take care, mate. Mechanics. Yeah, no worries, dude. And for those that are... Yeah, welcome back, Bert. Welcome back to the correct place. I'm going more and more over to Twitch these days. It just works much better. I was going to say the commands and all that work now. I mean, I've only put a few basic ones up, so you know, help yourself. But I'll work out some more going forwards. And the tapas. That's a very valid point, mate. Very valid point. Right, let's see if we can get into the mid 43s. And for those that know me and my racing, qualifying is not my strong suit. The up GTIs and the VW up GTI. And so to get the commands, you've got to push the exclamation point first. Louis, I just saw what you wrote there. Get in there, Lewis. Bono, my tyres have gone. But I don't give a fuck. I've qualified on pole. Okay, it's not going to be pole, but it's going to be higher than 10th. Oh, you bastards. You nearly crashed the S3. Don't do that, mate. Burning rubber. Are you sure it wasn't A, burning tyres, or B, burning clutch? Because that's the first thing I tend to smell after I've been pushing my cars. Odour de clutch. The manly smell. Or that you've got a big ass problem. In fact, I've got loads of big ass problems. They're not all car related. Tyres. Well, I said I wasn't going to start 10th, and yet I am. Shit. Well, my previous lap time I would have started 14th, so we'll call that a win. Okay, S33 DYE was in my last race. He was a good little racer. Don't recognise anyone else in there. All I know is I was playing the American one last week, and Cyrus, Cantilever, and all those guys turned up, and I promptly shit myself. Of course, then I ended up planting it into the death chicane, so that was fun. Okay, we're going to go back to the medium tyres. We're going to do what we did last race. But you're going for the GTR. You want yourself a GTR. Question is, which GTR? The R35 or the 34? I know the 34's older, but, you know, cool factor. 35. That's fair. I can't knock the R35 because it's a bloody good car. Nitrogen-filled tyres, you must know that. But I do like the R34. Yeah, I know, right? It's a shame you can't get a body kit for the R35 to turn it into the R34. Then it would be perfect. It is a bit of a shame, really, isn't it? Oh, definitely, the R35 is the better car. I mean, absolutely. I mean, I don't think that's even remotely debatable, is it? But you know, any professional or severe enthusiast. $2,000 brake horsepower. That's mad. I mean, granted, it'd be like, and go, and you've lost your tyres because you just lit them up and you've left them in a cloud of smoke back there, and your clutch is down there too. Can always go for an also. That would sort the problem, sort of. Ifs, buts, maybes, dreams, desires. Yeah, read what Louis said, but... yeah, he doesn't actually want you to crash. At least I hope not. What is a 0 to 100 kph or mph? The 0 to 62, basically. Miles per hour. What is it then? Is that out of curiosity? I presume the S3 is front engine, rear drivetrain. Diesel Astra is much safer for you. To quote Tokyo Drift, it's not about the car, it's about the rider. It's not about the ride, it's about the rider. And you can be fracking dangerous in the Fiat 500. Don't give me a penalty for that, come on. Be nice. I was avoiding a crash. Good game, for a change. All-wheel drive, okay. Yeah, that must take off like an absolute stink off the line. And no wonder if you say 0 to 100 is quick. Great in the wet too. Very respectable, mate. Siggy, that's the point. What does the continent work in? kph or mph? I can imagine. I'd love to drive in the wet. You might not have any tyres left after I'm done, but... there aren't many places now that work in miles an hour. Old units now, isn't it? I still can't bring to change my racing speedo to kph though. Just can't do it. It's kph and yeah, Portugal. That makes sense. It's a bit of a fuss cluck going on up ahead. Yeah, so what we're going to do is we are going to pit lap 4 if we're still in this group. We're going to undercut all these bastards. I don't want to be fighting them for as long as a... don't want to. Don't have to. You reckon they're all going to pit lap 4? In the last race, the leaders were pitting lap 5. I think the optimal strategy is pit lap 5, but I'm going to be bold and do what they don't. You're sort of nudging me, you little prick. The Spanish come back for round 2. Alright, yeah, I'm going to pick this lap, whatever they don't do. That's because I'm trying not to pick up any penalties, Louis. I'm trying to race like I would in the league, basically. So I don't have the speed to recover. If I pick up a penalty, I'll drop down. Where the hell did he pick up penalties for that for? Because he can definitely say it. He lives next door to them. Okay, I gotta try and do it. Okay, yeah, most of these guys are on the medium. Right, okay. Interesting. So there's a few guys going for the aggressive undercut. So either way, we're going to come out into traffic, which is going to be interesting. Alright, they're going to come out into traffic, into me, probably. Right, good outlap. It's what one Verstappen the lead at France. Let's see if I can do the same. Just with less cocking up involved with, you know, me. Because I promise nothing. Okay, that 911 is quick. I do, but the problem is, again, my skill is not in my actual straight out the box speed. It never has been. Not sure where that Brit was going. Whoa! Me and him had a clean race last race, but that was just mad. Because that didn't work out for the pair of us because he went off twice. Didn't happen, but might give the 911 a go around the course. See how that thing handles. Could be fun. Be good little practice for the upcoming event as well. That nearly ended up being a Rosberg Lewis, didn't it? Would have been that corner as well. Tulip boy. They're so aggressive with one another. I may have lost a bit of time through that sector. There's a gigantic fussiclat going on up ahead. Actually holding my breath as I go around that corner. It's so rare to see so many cars end to end like that, without there being too many penalties and shenanigans going on. Just sitting just outside the slipstream range, which is not helpful. Oh, there's a shenanigan. There's one. just planted myself in the bit wall there. That would have been fun. I'm in the middle of two guys. Don't need this. Okay, there goes the German again. There's going to be a big crash coming here, I think. Bye, Brit. Damn it, didn't mean to do that. I hope you like the dive into the hairpin there, but sadly the rest of it was a bunch of bullshit. No, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Idiot. Whew. That was a case of the tyre wear catching up to me being a bit over-ambitious. Now it's a case of a push to pass. And now I am really feeling the tyre wear. This time, this race, I'm feeling it. Oh. I'm going to give that Porsche a go. Woo! A lot of mental effort for 11th on that one. Jeebus! So, what's to... We have an advantage at the top, that's surprising. I suppose the Vantage is bloody good on its tyres. 911, two 911s up there. Let's give a 911 a go. I suspect the NSX, Jesus Christ, is good on the old 1 lap pace, but probably not great on its tyres. I'll show you my 911 Zionista designed livery, and I'll race that. How's that, Mr. Flappy? And thank you for the compliment. Very kind. Ay, shame I went down a place. Saying that, I was expected to finish 16th, so can't be too picky on that, can I? Hey. And yeah, I had a feeling Ziggy, how do you spell that? How do you say that? Ziggy, how do you... Do you know, asking you how to say something over text, I just realised how insane it was, so I'll just leave. Because that would just be mental. I don't do the cleverest thing sometimes, I really don't. Ooh. DB11, beautiful car. Not so great to race in on this. So yeah, there's another Aston. Right, so we're going to go for the 911 this time. When I remember to go to the right place. So there you go, Flappy. This is what we're going to use. It was the guy on NACHE. Sorry, Crowder. So asking you to say it over Twitch was kind of like, that's just mad. And there's my Tron-inspired ISO car by Zionista himself. Hope you like it, because damn do I love it. I think I will change are those yellow lights, but that's just me. Don't moan about something that's been given to you. Love the car. Singtel, man of many tabs open. How the devil are you, man? You got the rest of the crew here. You got Flappy, Ziggy. Bert was here a minute ago. Louis. Ah, I've got a follow by GT Sport Craziness. Who I'm not going to tell you who it is. Hope you like the new alerts and all that I've put in. Holy crap, it's Singtel. You just close some tabs. I bet your RAM is loving you for that. I don't mean your goat, lamb, sheep, whatever. I ramble. Okay, let's try for a decent lap in this bastard. I'm going to be racing this car, this track, when it comes to the league on Sunday, so having a little bit of knowledge of how the car behaves might be a good thing. Even if it might be slightly different settings. Your you is loving you more than your RAM. Nice. I didn't think there would be another pun based on that joke, but nice one. Tell you what, this 911's feeling beautiful around here. Whether it's fast or not is another matter. That's giving me a time penalty. Yeah, Singtel, when you getting back to GT Sport, man, come and join us. Good man. Be good to see you back on the scoreboard. I know. I didn't actually see how many points I got, but I just knew from just eyeballing it. The only way you're going to get any better is if someone has Verstappen and always has him as set as a triple. Anyone who's done that is just going to walk away with us, with the league. Actually, I haven't checked in a couple of weeks. I remember at Baku, I think I was top 3. Fluffed up that last sector completely. Okay, we're definitely going to race this car. I'm not sure if it's... Okay, considering I completely cocked the last sector up, it's in the ballpark of where it should be. Nice. Who are the top 2 then? Perhaps you can tell us with one of your many tabs that are probably still open. Bert is number 1. Dear God. Gotta knock him off that perch. Might have to make some tactical substitutions. Get rid of Russell. Although he did finish 11th at France, so good on him. Your fantasy is wrecked, is it, Ziggy? Okay, so I've got to watch out for NACHEGT. He was the one who kind of got on my way last time. I presume, Louis, that you're knocking everyone out the park on race A then. Okay, we've got an R4M Baron in here, who I don't believe for a second at 1:44.4 and an A rank is putting in a representative lap time. Sing Tao, what did you do, mate? Oh, SRF Sabre. Hey! Gotta love the SRF crew. Oh, Sing Tao, that explains it. I'm afraid, as soon as you said the word Ferrari, like, ooh. Yeah, they've had a couple of good pole positions, if lucky ones, but their race pace is not the best. Okay, so we've got a couple of Supras up front. Interesting. This looks like it is a really open race for car choice. Whoops. Whoopsie doodles. You gotta love Ferrari for the passion. Not necessarily their tactical decisions. Or legal cars. I think that's fair. Not time to get something in your eyeball just as you're starting a race. Yeah, I can imagine that, mate. So anyone who's got Norris generally does quite well then. She tends to get a mediocre qualifying, but always move forwards. Okay, so yeah, this Porsche I can already tell is going to be great for its rear tyres. Just with the gearbox it's got being quite long gears. Ooh, 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 SRF. Give you a little push, give you a little push. Oh, there goes one of the Brits. There goes one of the Germans. It's like a shooting gallery out there. Okay, that Natch guy is behind me again, so if he gets out on the side of me, I'm going to leave him out to dry. Here's Spaniard. So we're making our way forwards ever so slowly for attrition, but I don't mind that. There goes the Spaniard again. Okay, I need to get away from these guys now. Ah, I've just seen SRF Sabre in the chat. So, hello, dude. I'm right behind you on the track. So I've only just spotted you on the chat. I purposely lifted off of the throttle there to make sure this dude was on my outside. I once said to Bert, never let anyone be down the inside of you, never be on the outside of them. I think it goes especially for this guy. Whew. Gotta remember to breathe. Remember to breathe, dude. All I'm going to do is sit on the apex of the corner. Might annoy him to high hell, but I don't care. Okay, he couldn't take it. So, yeah, he's a prick. So, yeah, that's the third race in 4. I've had incidents like that. So, next race we see him, we're just going to clean run him off the road. Sometimes this game can be absolutely infuriating as anything. Particularly when people punt you off like that. I hope he captures leprosy only in his penis. And it falls off. And you can say, you can keep the tip. Okay, so we're on the soft for the last 6 laps. Let's see if we can recover any places. Okay, he was on the soft tyre, that's why he was so fast. I've just seen him on the pit board to the left. So Knobrot boy is going to get punted off when I catch up to him. Funny enough, he's right in front of me. So now he's on the mediums, I'm on the soft. I'm going to be the faster driver, one hopes. Okay, 1.6 to the dude. I might have to let this guy go because he's clearly quicker than me. Might change the brake bias back a little bit to the rears because this is going off faster on the fronts, this on the soft tyres, right, compared to the mediums. Right, let's work together. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, he's going to be slower than me. I'm going to have to go past him again. Just got away with that at the expense of my rear tyres. Woo! Yep, knew that was going to be a track limit. That's annoying. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have the outright pace today. It doesn't have any of it. So how's everyone in the chat doing today? Everyone alright? Happy flappy. Good man. Can't knock that, being simply happy. It's an underrated privilege in this world. I don't blame you, mate. If you're tired, and that's what bed is for. That's what it was invented for when you were tired. To go back to your cave, your man cave, woman cave, gender in specific cave, and go to sleep. Oh, come on. A 1 second penalty for clipping someone. Does anyone think the GT sport penalty system is a little bit broken. Because I essentially got a second penalty there for passing someone. Apparently that's not allowed on this game. I always find it's an Italian that does that. I can't make the corner, nor can you. So I had my entire race undone by passing someone. Passing is verboten. Hmm? Ah, are you speaking from the German point of view with racing? Nein, you should not pass them. Nein, nein, nein. But schnell. Schnell, but don't pass. Tough race this one. Maybe not mentally, but spiritually, it's defeating me. Where did Sabre? Sabre ended at third. And I was right up his butt. So I could have finished fourth. That's the annoying thing. I'm going to have a very quick pee break, and I will be coming back and doing the next one, because I may be defeated, but I'm maybe down, but I'm not defeated. That's probably the better way of putting it. Alright, you little bastards. Can't let them win. Hey, thanks for the follow, man. Long story short, the Spaniard, known as NACHE, punted me off. Because he couldn't get past me. And I was driving defensively. And he decided that he wanted my place more than what I deserved it. Thank you for the follow, dude. I will follow you back in a mo. Do you know what? While I'm here, let's report him. Because that was on purpose. Says it all, really, doesn't it? So he gets dead next time I see him in the race. Right, I'll be back in 2 minutes.
glad to see us.
What a time to take a pee break. Thanks for the raid, dude. I'm back now. Thank you for the raid, Mr. Saber. Very kind of you. Yes, and I did get punted off, I'm afraid. Hey, Sturgis. Taffy Dave. It was a good race, but if I see him again, I'll be punting him off. I already plan where I'm going to do it, so you'll see. I'm a little bit more subtle than just run straight into the back of someone. I actually prefer clean racing, but if someone's going to do it to me, then you know what? Screw them. Do it back. So, welcome all you gents and ladies to the stream. We're going to see if we can actually do a decent qualifying lap. I'm not known for my qualifying at all, for good reason. So we will see if we can actually get somewhere near a respectable lap time. How is everyone doing today? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. For those that don't race GT Sport, welcome to GT Sport. For those that do race GT Sport, sorry, you're back at GT Sport. It's a wonderful game, but it's also a pile of shit sometimes. As far as I'm concerned, that's the true noises a GT Sport racer makes. Yeah, I've had nothing but shit show in all of the ones since I've been online. I think I've had punts and punt to pass moves in every single race done on me. Because this is a track when you need to get your rhythm, and if I have it taken away from me, like by some prat being a 4-letter word, then I lose the rhythm. Well, honestly, Singtel, you need to go and check out Louis or someone, because they are up to a second ahead of me most of the time. But thank you for saying, that's very kind. Is it just because you try and beat my time? $3K DR, that is not bad going. I've stopped looking at my DR just because on this account, it's not my main one. I don't really care. I just want a good race. And hovering in sort of between the B and the A categories where I find good racing, if you don't get punted off. Whereas my other account is somewhere up in near the 40k mark. However, I use that one basically to farm DR on like Austria or Monza or something if it comes along. Well, I fluffed that up. Well, let's finish the lap anyway. Long story short, I'm more comfortable on the controller. About 2 or 3 months ago, I nearly snapped my calf muscle in half, and I'm fine now. Before anyone asks, it's just I got back onto the controller again, and I lost all the pace that I picked up with it, and I just haven't had the heart to go back and learn how to be fast on the wheel again. And I know in my heart I'm faster on the controller. I mean, I love, for the immersion alone, I do love the wheel. Doesn't mean I'm any good with it. Plus, I really haven't got all that much space. I mean, what you can see behind me is all the space I've got. So it's kind of a space thing as well. But Ting Tao is right, I do have controller accounts and wheel accounts. If I'm on my American one, it's whatever I feel like. But generally speaking, if you were to write them down and follow the channel like religiously, you'd see which accounts I always use the wheel for, and it's not this one. This is my second controller account for the EMEA. region. Oh, shit, Grace. Alright, let's see where Bitch Face is in this one. Mr. Natche. Where is he? Where is he? And Louis in here too. Oh, he's not in here. Balls. So, watch out for Mr. Louis M, 1987. Recently competed in one of the CC Sim races, so go and check out them dudes on YouTube and Facebook, because they're in a league that both myself and a couple of the other racers in the chat, hello Ziggy, are now in. Right, maybe not check it out for us, but check it out for the other guys. Hey, so just I shall accept that one imminently. I'll work out how to do it. Hang on. Better change my tyres first. So yes, check out CC Sim Racers. I mean, you'll find some good racing going on in there. There was a race tonight which I need to catch up with. However, I can speak for the previous races, say they were really good to just watch, frankly. You know, full-on commentary, sort of very professional commentary, and also, you know, the whole viewing experience. It's like watching an F1 race, but for GT Sport. And yes, Louis is racing. Louis, why haven't you got a faster time? Get ready for the chaos. Oh, God. Am I going to see cars flying off left, right and centre? Louis in the RCZ, really? But seriously, but thank you for the raid. It's very kind of you. Sorry, it was just an exact moment I just popped out to the gents. Wrong button.
So what do you want? Light meat or dark?
You have to ask.
Don't worry about the timing, mate. I think I had a coming together with HRT Danny in the first race I did this evening. So they're everywhere in this. Okay, so we've got a second gap to the Spaniard behind us, I think courtesy of that last corner and the non-grid start, which anyone knows I fracking hate having these starts. Okay, that was a deliberate attempt to take me out. Why are they bloody everywhere tonight? I can see up front someone has a 1 second penalty. Is that you, Louis? Yes, it is. And that would be why. Christ, you always know when Louis in a race, don't you? I'm not going to question this GIF horse. It's going to get on with it. Savages, that's our Louis. Caused all of that. It's quite normal to see Louis doing that. Ah, the chaos. But we love it, really. Now, if I'm doing this properly, I'm going to give you very little to be interested in this race, I'm afraid. So all I want to do is slowly catch up to Wedgibo. Wedgibo? But I do it very unspectacularly, I'm afraid. Sleepy flappy lurk. I don't blame you, mate. Have a nice one. Thank you for the lurk. Right, all I've got to do is stay ahead of that Spaniard. Oh, there's always chaos, mate. Always chaos around here. Okay, it's a shame I had a really poor last sector, but the rest of that was alright. So this is going to be a long burn race, I'm afraid. Shit. Don't be a penalty. Don't be a penalty. Whatever you do, don't be a penalty. You bastard. So I can make life as difficult as possible for the top Spaniard there. Anyway, thank you for all joining and watching. It's very kind to have you all here. If you like what you're seeing, please feel free to give us a little follow. If you don't, please feel free to stay. Keep me company. But say hello to everyone in the chat. And Mr. Accent Prone Racing has returned. Mr. Zen Drift King. That was a really crappy exit to that corner. Woo! Got away with it. Whoa! Well, I screwed myself over. Nice. Drift. Well, errors have been done, meow. And for that, you're going to get a little evolution quote. Just because I know you like it, Abe. I did it. I did it. I absolutely wasted myself on that one. I was literally getting ready to jump in the pits. I screwed myself over, haven't I? Bollocks. Sausage curb of death. It finally got me. And what surprise, Louis has set the fastest lap of the race. APR Mr. DK. And as they say in Tokyo Drift, what does DK stand for? Donkey Kong? No. No, it doesn't. Stands for Drift King, moron. As I say, it's not about the ride, it's about the rider. So let's hope I can recover some places. So at the top, all the top guys are actually still on the mediums. That is surprising. I thought they want to get out of the slipstream of everyone, but I guess not. I don't know about you guys, but if I start in, say, the top 3, I always go for the soft tyres. Just try and get out of all the problems that the chasing pack cause. Took that sausage curb a little bit easier that time. Kind of had to, and I was going to end up going around again. Oh, not Danny again. I'd like to know what tyres he's on. Shame I didn't see. Ooh. Yeah, you are right, mate. I just know sometimes it's better to be out of range of people, even if you are slower. However, I do tend to always go medium first, because I like to be faster at the end. For the exact reason I just stated, the other guys should go to the softs. So, you know, it's a little bit catch-22. Excuse me, Mr. Italian, do you want to stop nudging me? I know you wanted the corner, but it wasn't yours. I thought you'd gone in the pits there for a second. Alright, the Danny's obviously running soft as well. So we'll see if he makes a mistake, in which case we'll try and catch him, but I'm on lap older tyres, and in GT Sport, 1 lap older tyres is equivalent to Hamilton going, Bono, my tyres are gone, and actually meaning it. Because let's face it, every time he says my tyres are gone, he still ends up finishing second at worst. Come on, tell me you guys haven't noticed that trend. Or pushes on for another 20-30 laps to take the win. It's like two Spaniards are playing a bit of rallycross. Oh, there's Louis. I wonder where you were. Gift horse, mouth. How did I get a 2-second penalty for someone crashing into me? Oh, okay. It's mutual, apparently. Alright, you're dying. There goes Louis. So Badder behind us is looking at us going, "Ha! Gifts." And everyone else is looking at Louis going, "What an absolute Louis." You're seriously trying to pass there, you Burke. I'll run you out of road. Yeah, they don't look great, the body kits, do they? I'll give you that. Hey, Neiliski, how you been, mate? I haven't seen you since the Pirates earlier on. Or you've been lurking somewhere. Ooh, 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 ooh. I am not having a good race from my perspective. And track limits again. Fantastic. You've got to love bus. 1.5 seconds for a track limit I didn't really cross. Ooh, drama. My tyre's gone because I'm about to rip them off, yeah. Shall we try Daily Race B after this? Give that a go. The white lines are clearly there. Problem is in Barcelona, like this corner here, which clearly has curbing all the way up to the gravel, that counts as track limits, even though it really shouldn't. I'm all for track limits when it comes to Formula 1. I mean, if you cross over that one going that way, fine. But if it has green tarmac there, you know, and it's got curb on it, it's not a big issue. However, the Formula 1 drivers will take the absolute piss when it comes to just painted white lines. And they always do. Oh, he just about got away with that. You off, Abe. Bye, Ziggy. Bye, Abe. Oh, hang on. Oh, are you just saying goodbye to Ziggy, Abe? I don't know anymore. I've lost all perspective of what's going on in reality. But you're saying goodbye to Ziggy, aren't you? Catch you later, Ziggy. Curbs on the outside. Yeah, exactly. And if you go over the curbs, I agree, it should be a track limit penalty. Because in Barcelona here, GT Sport makes some of them up. And if you go over Suzuka to the last chicane, you can cut that as much as you like. It was Louis who taught me that one. Whereas here, you can go up this curb, and it will give you a penalty. You go over that curb, the sausage curb, and it will give you a penalty. I don't know any other game that will do that, because if you do it on the F1 2020 game, whatever it is, you're fine. It's just GT Sport. Well, I'm glad to see you, Mr. APR. How are the kids and all tonight? Just because you can break some rules doesn't mean you should have blame for the game. Get blame for the game on some of the others. You get penalised. Plus, track limits are least of the issues. Do you know what? You're not wrong on that. Track limits are the least of the problems with this whole thing. You feeling good, meow? So, Louis, did you even make it to the end? Could be surprised if you weren't kicked off it. Yeah, GT Sport penalties are just mad. As far as I'm concerned, it would mean having live VR refereeing, for lack of a better word, umpiring, whatever, of every car. And just, if you go over a curb and you lose time, then you shouldn't be penalised for it. If you go over a curb and gain time, yes, absolutely, but that's more, yeah, it's more F1 than GT Sport. Yeah, were you actually kicked out of it, Louis? Wow. Oh no, there you were. Why is he saying congratulations to me? Thanks? Sure. Right, let's have a look at Interlagos. When's the next one? Opens in 33 seconds. So Bert has got himself a Scirocco, and the Atenza seems quick here. Alright, let's see what we can do. But it looked fun, mate. It looked devastatingly good fun. I'd say if you go up... If you... What is a gain? If you are simply faster at that point, always what you would have been. If you use less tyres, less fuel, it's a gain. Yeah. I would prefer that. Problem is, in certain points of this game and F1 reality, it's arbitrary at some points, and some points it's like, nah, just go nuts. Should be one rule and one rule only. And if there is a curb there, I would say you're allowed on it. However, put a bit of grass on the outside and they won't do it. It's as simple as that. Yeah, a cut that makes you slow down or at least muddies up your tyres enough to make you slide off at the next corner. Yeah, bit of grass, bit of gravel. I have absolutely no problem with that. And some of the ones on this track are, I think it's like turn 3, no, turn 4. You can just run wide mildly, and then you get a second and a half penalty. It's like, that's mad. The obvious time isn't giving the true reflection of why you're doing it. I don't find it's entirely your own fault if you run wide, because a lot of time you get pushed wide. And I've had it a lot. You get pushed wide, you get a time penalty. That's just not fair. But you are right, there's a lot more oh, Christ, the brakes on this. I'm not sure saying you're going to murder someone on a track is entirely a get out of jail free card, Louis. I'm a hardliner on what is the racetrack is the racetrack, absolutely. However, and that's that favourite Bert line that he loves, sometimes things are out of your control. Shut up, Alexa. Sometimes things are out of your control and then you get penalties for something that wasn't your fault. Ooh, Jesus. That car does not like that. And I just don't like it where... It's like here, alright, for instance, you can go right around this curb, which you can see the car barely fits with it if it's outside the white line, and you would never get a penalty there. What I'm after in this case is consistency. That's what annoys me. And it's not a penalty there, but in other tracks it is. The one thing that annoys me is consistency. And sometimes it's different at different points of the same track. I'm all for it being a rule, because otherwise it's just they're not keeping to the track. I hope that makes more sense. Because I don't want all the drivers just to go, I'll just race on this bit of track. That's not the point. That's not the track that's designed. Here, I could quite easily cut straight over the corner. In my view, that was probably close enough to be a track limit to... That should have probably been a penalty, but again, it wasn't. Why? Nobody knows. What you're saying is that the anger is directed where people can't get away with it, and not the fact that they can get away with it in other areas. But what I'm saying is that the anger is directed where... No. The bits that I'm pointing out specifically are bits that I don't think are track limit worthy. Here, you can run over that bit there, and I don't mean 4 wheels off and you get a penalty. You can have 2 wheels off and it's a penalty. I mean, that's not the interpretation of the rule. The rule is it has to be all 4 wheels over the white line. If people want to put all 4 wheels onto the grass, knock yourselves out. Because you're only going to lose time. So again, here, I'm all 4 wheels off the white line. And again, all 4 wheels off, no penalty. So... Sounds like we're talking about Bahrain and earlier the year at F1, doesn't it? Track limits. You are doing it right, and I absolutely agree with you. I would love to drive that way when no one puts a wheel over the white line. And they just put hard, you know, gravel trap or grass straight over the other side of it. And to make it safe, they could have a 5-metre exclusion zone before they have any sort of barrier and lots of gravel and all that sort of thing. The drivers, particularly in F1, would never even go near it. Well, they couldn't near it, but they would never go on it. Unless your name's Leclerc. Because he crashes into everything. During qualifying, anyway. Well, sandpaper outside the white lines. Are you just talking about the French Grand Prix? Because that's what it was. So here, I am afraid to go anywhere near that curb, just because it will always give you a penalty. Whereas other curbs, like this one, you can be most of the way, nearly all the way on the grass. Oh well. So the 10s around here is pretty damn good, actually. I don't think I'm anywhere near a fast time, but it actually feels quite good to go around here. Yeah, oh, I'd love that. How hard could you push if every corner punishes you? Yeah, go as far as the white line and no further. Fine by me. Actually, no idea what a decent time is on this. Plus, I'm going to have to sign into the race. Bert's on a low 38, so 36, 36 1. I need to get into it. Yeah, I need to get to roughly where Bert is to be within my target of 2 seconds to the top 10. Let's try the group 4 Corvette because I like my Zionisa cars. They're my favourite. Number 30. This is my... Okay, I've got my normal one, Champ 006. Midnight ISO, which is my wheel account. ISO UK, USA, wheel. ISO Oz, whatever I feel like. And this is my second, so my 5th account, but my second controller account. So Midnight ISO 006 for the EMEAs. This is the one I'm kind of using at the moment because I don't want to ruin the DR that I've got for my Shunt 006 with tracks I'm not particularly good at. Yeah, it's farming a little bit, but you know, it's all fun. You me. Didn't sleep very well last night. No, Louis got about 13 accounts, haven't you? Yeah, Rat, R4M, Midnight ISO. Yeah, that's me. More like it's a Louis in drag. I've absolutely no idea if this car's going to be any good around here, but again, Zionisa design car. Woo! That I am surprised I didn't get a penalty for. No, I just played, just didn't break. Right place. I'll tell you what, the Corvette does feel good around here. Shocker, I like the way the Corvette handles, right? That's a good way of putting it. Zionista is a Michelangelo of livery designs. Hell yeah, he is. To be fair, Ziggy puts out quite a few good ones too. And so does Naylinsky. Yeah, I was always surprised by the handling of the Corvette. It's like, it won't handle at all. It'll be pile off. Whoa, it's alright. And I've suddenly actually gone faster. Despite, you know, fluffing up a couple of corners. Interesting. Shush your mouth. Yes, sir. Oops. Yeah, that sounds about right, to be honest. It really does, especially the way I drive as well. Oh, we're bringing down the time, so that's something. It would make sense, Nalinsky, anyway. Absolute sense. By the way, I can't remember if I asked you, do you like the look of the new chat? Does it work for you on screen? I can expand it to the right a bit, make it a little bit easier to see. Good, I'm glad you enjoy it. I had trouble getting it to work right. Turns out I could have embedded it in the thing to begin with, I just didn't know how. But you know, when you spend a bit of time offline researching how to do things that you want them to do and how to make them look, there's nearly always a tutorial how to do it. I just hadn't, you know, got around to doing it till the other night. I prefer it now that you put the newest at the bottom, not the top like you originally did. Good. Yeah, I thought that might make a nice change. I'm glad you noticed it, actually. Right, last flying lap before the race. You see everything. That worries me a little bit. Also intrigues me. Only applies to the things I see, of course. Yeah. Oh. Only applies to the things that you want to see. Otherwise, they didn't happen. Do you know what? I forgot how much I like this course. I always think of it and I thought, yeah, it's alright. But when I get down to racing, it's like, oh, Interlagos. I suppose until I get to the race and it's like, ugh, Interlagos. Okay, imagine one good lap. The rest are a pile of crap. It is a good track. I do like it. It is kind of therapeutic. You can sort of just go around it for, you know, a good half hour, just driving it. You're quicker than you think you are. Okay, we've got the real Osman, which I know is a well-known dude. The Daywalker 001. I think I've raced Smig before. Yeah, the flow is about right. A lot nice flowing corners. It looks like everyone's in truckers and attenders. And this is one pleb that's in a Corvette. Must be. Rosie Baron, welcome to the channel. Hello, hello. How did you find us? And you find some good people in the chat who will undoubtedly say hello to you in a second. Are you in the race? Or are you just viewing? There you go. Alinsky's on it. Mr. APR's on it. You're a bunch of good lads. Let us hope for one less fustercluck of a race. How long is this? 4 laps. 4 laps of Interlagos, so that'll be about 5 minutes. I don't blame you, mate. It's a pleasure having you here as absolute always, but get some sleep, dude. I know how much you don't sleep. I'm surprised that lap I did put me in 12th, not at the back of the grid. Well, sail into space with the feed open. I've heard my face puts people to sleep. You know, the soft baritone nature of my voice tends to help people go to sleep. So let's turn this into an AMSR broadcast and put someone to sleep. Ooh. Shall I let him go? Because I was not ready for the start of that race. I just realised I'm actually changing gear wrong in the bloody car. I've got to change early in this one. Damn it! And there's one Spanish dude punting me off at turn 3 to begin with. Wonderful. I've had nothing but problems with the Spanish tonight. Well, I'm glad you're choosing to come and unwind with me. It's very nice to have you all here. Okay, so we're back up to roughly where we started. Let's see if we can actually move forwards a little bit in this race. Oh, that was the leader, I think. Certainly had the fastest lap. That's surprising. Maybe he's had an argument with someone. I hope you manage to get more than a little sleep and actually manage to go to sleep, dude. And generally, it concerns me. But I hope you can manage it. Good luck, mate. I have the fastest lap. Where the hell? Why the hell? What? I'm not even very fast at this track. What the hell happened there? Oh, she worries about everything, mate. You just learn to get on with it. Just take care of yourself, dude, and have a nice one. Okay, one more lap, and I will at least be in striking distance of... what is it? RCZ or Scirocco or something? I don't even know. That's it for. Yeah, you deserve it, mate. Just take care of yourself, that's the main thing. Yeah, sometimes the world can be a pain in the butt. But that's why streams like this exist, because I'm doing my best to escape from the world, and so are you. So it works out quite nicely. Now, Linsky, I don't know why I had nobody's complimented me on my haircut today. No, I don't care. Take care, dude. It's a fair point. Have a good one, mate. So that Scirocco was a rocket down the straight. Might do that one again. Fist bump. Up one place. Yes, we don't suck. Okay, I do a little bit in this, but it's besides the point. It's besides the point. So that one was a bit of a shitbag. Sportsmanship rating S my ass. These are all lapping in roughly the same times, low 38s. Apart from one bastard. Jesus. Low 37, how did he manage that? Let's stick with the Corvette, I was enjoying that. So does anyone have any news on if the next GT Next GT Sport, next Gran Turismo is coming out anytime soon. Because I need to start saving for a PS5 is what I'm saying. I might actually Google it. $2022. So not in the next 6 months then. Great, okay. Right, let's see if we can get ahead of Bert's time at least. Nilinski, go to bed. It would be on the PS4 as well. Do you reckon? Closer to 12. Okay, so I don't need to upgrade the PS4 anytime soon then. It's good to know, actually. As much as it would be nice to play this in, 60 frames a second 4K, but... Oh, rear wheels did not want to stick with that. Okay, that, I feel, should be a track limit. Will it be? No. Yes, it will. Okay. That was fair enough. Not technically true. They announced they were open to possibility of it being on PS4. Not specifically, it would be. Okay, that's interesting, though. Particularly if Polyphony and Sony have stated that it might be. Well, as long as they don't do what they did with, okay, say they, CD Projekt did with Cyberpunk, couldn't remember its name, and release a very beta version for the last gen consoles. Problem is, when it comes to some of these companies, they don't always tell the truth, or if they do tell the truth, they can change their mind. So until it's officially announced, I'm not gonna hold out hope, shall we say? But if it comes out on PS4, that's alleviated my problem and need for a PS5. Until you find out that there is actually going to be a performance increase to the point where PS4 players can't compete against the PS5 owners. I mean, it's not likely. I mean, it's not like PC gaming. It will depend on global uptake of the PS5, but the reality is that they need units to play it on. That is a very valid point. But at the same time, they have been saying for the past couple of months and years it was entirely made for PS5 only. So if they're changing it now, it's going to be a mess. We shall wait and see. I think that's probably the better thing, guys. We shall wait and see. The good thing is, when it comes to racing games, there can't be too many big-ass problems compared to, say, a platformer or a shooter or something like that. It's a track and it's a bunch of cars. That was nearly fast. Oof, fracked that up, didn't I? Okay, plus GT7 was pretty much finished. Why delay it for another year? Like I say, either waiting to see how many people have the PS5 or like are developing a PS4 version. Potentially. But they're money-grabbing little bastards, all these developers, so they probably want to release it as soon as possible, unless it's not ready at all. I don't know. My option, the next real game they've been working on, has been quietly shelved, and it won't come up for several years. They've moved to creating a stopgap, reskinned version of GT Sport under the guise of GT7, but making it look entirely different by adding single-player content. Yes! That was clearly missing from this game, apart from track experience and a couple of licenses and whatnot. Sorely missing from this game. However, I think after playing the GT Sport, I'm not sure how invested I'd be in single player modes anymore when it comes to this. I mean, I remember the days of driving around Deep Forest and Midfield in GT3 and, you know, all those old classics, High Speed Ring, GT1, and playing against computers, and I was quite happy. But how that would pan out in modern context, I don't know, it just feels like going back a step. Then again, not everyone wants to race online, or can race online, so can't really argue it, can we? Or can I? Hey, it's Taffy Dave there somewhere. Still. GT7 being released anytime soon would be a financial disaster, if only on the PS4. You have a very valid point. Adapting to a PS4 is not reasonable expectation that can be developed works, hence why my force is a stopgap coming. So you're expecting like a GT concept to come out? Like they did with the PS2. I think they did a similar thing with the PS3. Daffy Dave. How you doing, brother? Also, I'm thinking of changing the colour of the background. What colour do people recommend? I'm thinking gold. Because I love gold. I'm in fact a gold member. Just having a week off work, mate. Lucky little bugger. It reminds me, if anyone sees Sarah Hawkey, say hello for me. Yeah, that would make sense. I could see that, mate. I get what Louis is saying as well, but I don't know what to make of it myself in terms of what will actually happen. Just wait and see, I guess. So I might actually have to start looking into some information on this, because it'll be thoroughly interesting, and it's going to affect my streams, so I need to know. You reckon the only one they have been working on is the actual GT7, which should probably be held back three or 4 years from now. Wow. Yeah, having a reskinned version of this with just some updates. Yeah, I could see that. I really could. Where you've put it, I could see it. I mean, quite frankly, there's some logic in there. There's a lot of logic in there. You be. I might make this my last one. Because quite frankly, I think I did a 3 or 4 hour stream on Pirates of the High Seas, Caribbean, Sea of Thieves with Dented Lima, Katie, and CNT91 Tash, who are linked on my Nightbot thing. And what's this? How many hours have we been going on this now? 2 or 3? Yeah, I think my brain's starting to go now. I'd like to see that. Okay, okay. Louis, I really would, mate. I really would. Where have all the other races gone? I'm sure there was more in this. Hey, conjecture makes the world go round. Good use of the word, mate. So, 2 Spaniards, 2 Frenchmen, 4 Spaniards, 2 Frenchmen. Ooh. I've had nothing but trouble with the Spanish today. So we got the Atenza, Scirocco. Yeah. So welcome to the Atenza and Scirocco Grand Prix, and 1 idiot in a Corvette. And 1 guy in an Italia. Really? Yeah, well, the whole world is still suffering with the lack of silicon chips. Just want to make that clear. I know, it's ballsy, isn't it? Or it's idiotic. To be fair, I'm in a Corvette, that's idiotic. I'm going to go with stupid, because I'm being stupid. I'm just driving what I feel like. Which is not always the best way to go, particularly in this game. But when you look this damn good, you just would. Midnight ISO, YouTube and Twitch. Come and follow me. Yeah, okay, he's not very quick in that Ferrari at all. To be fair, I'm not quick in the Corvette. It's all relative in the world, it's all relative. The Sprite car. That means 2 different things if you are into old games. Or, you know, British sodas. Oh, he's off. He's going doing a ziggy. He's going to do some grass cutting. Exactly, you got it! Like the old Mario Kart. That's how they managed to fit such wonderful games on such small cartridges. Are you as old as me? Guess what, mate? So am I. Burt Racer is an 87er. Louis is an 87er. And some of the other people in the chat are as well. I can't remember whom. I remember those. My first was a... It was something like that, but I don't remember what it was called. I could point to it, but for the life of me, I don't know what it was called. My first, real computer was a Windows 95 based thing. My family were a bit slow in getting to it. We didn't have the internet broadband until it could have been, mate. It could have been. It was old-ish when I got it, and I was probably 3 or 4 then, or 5. Actually, it might have been 6 or 7. You get the idea. It was like a Spectrum or something. I always remember it had a game called Oh Mummy on it, and I loved that game. And yeah, my first console was a SNES. Actually, my first actual console I had, you can't really call it a console, but console-esque. It was a Game Gear. Still got it somewhere. Doesn't work, mind you, but that's a shame, really, because I love that thing. They're worth a lot now. And the whole YouTube channel's dedicated to bringing them back to life and, refurbishing them. And I can sit and watch them. One of them is called LGR, like Lazy Game Reviews. He's a good guy. A little bit long-winded, a little bit weird personality, but so am I. So suits me just fine. But yeah, he's a good one to watch. Oh, I remember those green screens. Dragon 32? I've not heard of those. I just remember being at school when like Windows XP and all that came out, and everyone being like, "Oh, this is the thing for the future." I remember that being new. He's gone and done it again. He ran wide again. Early 80s. That's fair. Well, that was actually quite an interesting race to 8th in the end. I do want a ZX Spectrum. I've got a projector up in the loft, which you can see on my YouTube channel. I've done a video on the loft setup, and I want that for retro gaming because I've got my N64, my SNES, and all that stuff like that. The next thing I want up there is like a ZX Spectrum, so I can play, the old favourites, some Space Invaders and stuff like that over a big gigantic wall. Because what's better than that? Old retro consoles and low lights and a little bit of neon. I've been watching Tron recently. I'm sorry. Everyone got out of there really fast. Let's give him a follow. He was a good lad. Well, nobody wanted to stay around and talk after that one. They were just gone. Oh, it's been fun, everybody. Right, let's see who we can give a raid to, because, okay, frankly, I feel like I need to repay the 2 raids I've had today from Sabre and from Mandy Moo 32. Natari, good man. Oh, they're collector's items now, Taffy Dave. They're collectors, mate. They are. You get a lot of money for something like that. And then I know exactly how you felt. Because all my friends had PlayStation 1s, and I had an N64. Which, N64 was bloody brilliant, but I wanted a PlayStation. All my friends had a Sega Mega Drive, or Master System, or Genesis, whatever you want to call it, and I had a SNES. And it's like, you always want what you haven't got, particularly at the age of, 6 or 7. But yeah, that's always what happens. Right, who is online who we can raid? Slushy. Do you know what? It's been a couple of weeks since I've raided Slushy. Let's raid Slushy. Yeah. But, looking back, before I go and raid Slushy, I like to collect all of these old consoles and that sort of thing, but I don't like to fart ass around, because there's a couple of groups on Facebook that are all about people collecting rare games and that sort of thing. I just went, no, I just want to play the games. I bought an Everdrive, which for those who know anything about N64s is just a cartridge with an SD card on top. Donk. Play. They'll play anything. Just want to play the damn things. But what I want to do, and I've got for said purpose, and a second-hand Nintendo Wii, and an Xbox One, Xbox Classic, and they are very, very moddable. So, you put an SD card in them, or you do a few bits and pieces, and you can run them as basically emulator machines. And for the Wii, you can run games all the way back to like the SNES and that sort of thing. But, like Nintendo-centric games, particularly for the GameCube and for the Wii. Just as long as you've got a big enough SD card in it. And for the Xbox Classic, you can replace the hard drive with up to like a 1 or 2 terabyte model for, again, an original Xbox. And you can load on... Same with the PS2, whilst I mention it. As long as you get the big fat console. And you can treat them as basically media drives, that sort of thing. Sorry, I've gone off on an absolute tangent on that one, haven't I? But, yeah, it's because we're just talking about technology. It's one of my passions. Sorry. The XSX, the PS5 at the very first time. Oh, fair enough. Oh, yeah, Xbox Series X, yeah. I just haven't bothered yet. I'm still running on the old consoles. Yeah, I'd heard as much, actually. There's a guy called Metal Jesus who I was following on YouTube, and he said the same thing. And a lot of other people have said that it's a great emulator machine. But at the end of the day, if you've got the old consoles, we'll probably do it on there. But I suppose if you want to, yeah, Metal Jesus rocks. Although he does tend to release the same crap all the time. But, what YouTuber doesn't? So, yeah, they do tend to do that. Right, let's go raid Slushy before I start talking again. Been a pleasure having you all here. Now, let's see, go and get some goddamn sleep. Abe, if you're still there, you're a gent and a scholar, as absolute always. Taffy Dave, pleasure to see you again, dude. Have a nice one. Louis, it's been fun racing you in the other race. Who else have we had? Jose, if you're still there, hello again. Hope I pronounced that right. Otherwise, you're all wonderful bastards. See you all next time. Let's go and read Slushy. And he's another gent and a scholar. So if you don't follow him already, make sure you do. Okay? I've told you. You gotta go and do it. I took a lot of crap.
Those guys who stayed Ow.
Right, catch you all later, guys.